I wish good things to you who's watching this. I am Alexey and I'm playing in the playoffs of the practice tournament for the World Championship. So I will try to win the quarterfinals just so that we get more content so that I qualify for the semis, but it won't be easy because my opponent is the this year's second place finisher of the UK Championship, Daniel Cheng, with his Korean name Yuhong. The game will start in just a couple of minutes. So we get the starting player advantage, which is great, but it also means that if there's a draw, then I lose. So it's better that we do not make it a draw. Of course, with this move, we never continue the city over here. We always should create these vulnerable squares next to our opponent's city. Now, actually, this is great because our opponent doesn't really have any very good moves. They probably should continue their city somehow, but then I will get to re-attack it immediately. So yeah, my opponent is referring to the fact that actually the player who qualified first, who got first place in the round Swiss that you've seen in the previous video, did not show up, so he needs to be replaced, and as a result of that, it's kind of changed the distribution of opponents and pairings. Complex situation. Do we go? This is not bad. This is not bad at all, actually. This is not bad because we get to, in some scenarios, create a huge run. Yeah, I think I prefer this. Vulnerable square, but we gotta live with it. We always have to take this piece of little roads. Ay, 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 ay. Vulnerable squares, vulnerable squares. We can't let my opponent finish such a juicy city. Don't go here. That would be a good move. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay, 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 okay. No, but what am I gonna do? I still have to go here. Okay, I'm gonna lose a mini battle. Fine, I can live with that. I can live with that. What? I think my opponent misclicked. I'm pretty sure my opponent misclicked. Because, like, of course they had to block this, because now they saved this and I get to complete the city and meeple a road. And also here I get to create some threats? Like that, huh? Yeah, of course, actually I want to be taking this road, but it's a bit too early. I have to take 2 points instead. I gotta need to resolve this sensitivity here. Okay, it's good. Oh, perfect. Yeah, this will provide me quite a massive advantage. My opponent keeps churning out monasteries, which is typically good for fields. I could go here, but I think the best monastery spot is actually here, even though it's worth only 3 points. There are just so many things that could go well for me here. This is actually getting dangerous, but I don't think I ever connect here because there are 2 dividers and 2 triangles left, so I think I just have to keep trudging along here. Yeah, I could do this, I guess. I could do this. I do like this best. I mean, it's a nice road. It's a good road. Tricky position here. Yeah, in some scenarios I do just lose the city, which is not ideal. That's very ambitious move from my opponent. I mean, it's just not too many points with 75%, and also they're playing... Why are they playing so super fast? Our main stuff is just to try block this, right? I have just some... I have many blocking tiles. Like, I'm the favorite to block this, I think. Now I have to... I guess do this. Okay, here comes the block. Yeah, this is also good. I would really want to do that, but my opponent has 3 city finishers, so I don't think I can just ever allow that. Ever. Okay. Well, we just keep taking points. Things are looking quite alright for us, actually. Quite alright. I'm not a huge fan of this move because I'm kind of leaving a nice road for my opponent. So I would want to maybe do it here. But then, to get 3 points and get your meeple back, how bad a move can it be? Like, how bad can it be? Okay, let's just do it anyway. I just think I'll get to capitalize on my meeple, on my temporary meeple advantage, and that's good for me. Okay, I guess this move can't hurt me. Never the worst idea to save your meeple. I have no idea why my opponent's playing so fast. You always take 4 points when you can. Doesn't matter that it puts my meeple in jeopardy a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately they have to do this. So this is the kind of thing that I didn't want to happen. But hey. You can't really control everything. Okay, this is nice. Maybe we get to build some sort of triangle-shaped city here. All I need is just more triangles. Yeah, I think this move should cut it. Even though my opponent gets like these meeples back, just having this monastery. So not only do I get the 6-point march, not only do I get to free my meeple, but this move eliminates a huge field connection. Also be the first to win the flip, and I think it's actually okay to drop a second farmer here, just because the farmer is too good. This move even... I'm happy to see it, not only because I got the tile, but now actually I get to preserve the farm without having to drop a second meeple. I mean, that said, of course, my opponent's move was correct. They did what they had to do. Interesting. Okay. How many triangles are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are also 2 dividers. This could actually hurt my opponent quite a bit. 1, 2, 5, 7. There are 5 tiles, let's say. The probability that I'm going to get 2 out of 5 is actually... I forgot what the chances were, but if the probability to get 2 out of 4 tiles that you need is like 69%, like 68, 69. 11 over 16. This one has to be even greater. I can't count it, but so it's worth doing, even though I need the same tile over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's still 5 of the tiles that fit. And actually, it's a massive threat. The problem with this move, of course, is that my opponent will get to attack me with this move from both sides. It's something I can live with, though, I think. Ooh, nice. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I could annoy my opponent, could I? I could go something like this. But no, don't, just... Don't do silly stuff. I mean, I'm at plus 31. Well, actually, my opponent has winning chances. It's not obvious, but they really do. Seems like we should do some blocking here. Like this. Oh, winning a coin flip helps. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Winning a coin flip always helps. Now we could just complete the block, I guess. I mean, this would also be great because this would give us kind of different tiles for completion, but I don't think we need to get very creative or anything. Exactly, because now it's just now so threatening. Just many tiles, well, many, 4 left to complete our goal. No, it's a good question here, actually. Do we do something like this? Because there are 2 tiles left to connect to the field. I quite like it. Because my opponent could also connect to the field like through the right or something. Yeah, and it's also going to be a profitable field in by itself. I still have the divider and 2 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, divider and 2 triangles. I guess this is good. I just have too many outs. I guess my opponent could take over the big field somehow, but at least I preserve this little piece. Whereas if I don't drop the farmer, then they get to continue their farm, and they also get to take it away. And they also get to like have the farm for themselves and expand it. Now they could have the farm for themselves still, but they can't expand it at the very least. And also, regardless of what happens, we still have actionable moves. Like if we get a city cap, actually if we get a city cap, we put it here, but how important is it to go here and hope for the splitter, or here and hope for one of the city caps? But then my opponent could get a splitter and then just tie the city. No, the city, it has enough points in by itself. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. Yeah, they now go here, that's fine. I guess they have to block, they're forced to. But then also, okay, so what do I have, right? I still have these 2 connection tiles. I don't want my opponent to take a 6-point city, that's for sure. I do want to have equity here. That would be nice. But then if I do this, I'm hoping for a city cap, and a city cap I'm going to be using here anyway to connect. If I go here, I don't think there are actually any tiles left to fit in there. Yeah, there was the final city, splitter, so this would be dead. And I think we're gonna assume that your opponent gets lucky, so we have to just clean this off, I guess. Okay, we have 6 minutes, like why don't we just play correctly and just calculate everything? So there's what, plus 27, 28 through here, minus 2, 26, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 versus 9. So these are completely equal. Yeah, just don't do anything unusual. Now my opponent goes here. And then we connect here. I guess they could have some outs for a field connection, but I just don't see it. Because there's so many crossroads. Oh, well, exactly, because there are crossroads remaining. There are no curves remaining, as we remember. Of any kind, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. So walk. Well, I guess taking a point, it's not bad. Yeah, just take a point. And then connect. Finally, over here. And our opponent cannot prevent it. Even though I didn't really need this field connection, it's just good to have these outs. So I had a lot of outs here and a lot of outs here that just give me a lot of points. At the end of the game, all you just gotta do is maximize your win percentage rather than go for points. It's kind of hard to evaluate what happened in these games, like which moves were good, which moves were bad, both by me and my opponent, because it just went by so quickly. For me, I think it mostly played itself. I think one of the things that I did quite well was to build up the city quite patiently. This pattern of this with the 4 triangles plus extra stuff in the middle actually sometimes works pretty well. It's not that easily blockable, and when it is, your opponent needs to spend a lot of tiles, as they did over here. Then, when my opponent was low on meeples, I actually sacrificed my own meeple in order to block my opponent's, which I think was important. Also, well, got fortunate in getting these tiles. But then again, I didn't get these triangles. Right, well, the good news is that we're now qualified for the semis, so more content. I guess we're gonna take a short break before that, and see you in the semis. And we're back. The semis are about to start for the practice tournament for the World Championship. I am paired up in the semis against the first seed from the Swiss round. The Chinese player was screen named Cat, so I'm gonna try and make up for the loss that I had against them in the Swiss round. Hopefully we get to play white here. Right, let's go. White, 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 white. And we are black again. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna deal with that mini disadvantage by being the first one to pick up the city cap. Do I ever do this? No, I don't think so. Oh, no, this is good, this is good. I think this is better. Even though taking away monastery spot is nice, it's just good to keep options open. Well, look at that. Opening advantage goes to me. I think they should always play here. And I should play like this. You actually never place over here because you don't want to be taking away the monastery spot. It's very powerful if I can get a second monastery before my opponent gets a monastery. Now they have a variety of options. I guess they can start a new city here, they can start a new city here. I think the best option is to go here, but I think what they will actually do is they will go here, which will be quite fortunate. It's a nice tile on one sense. I would rather prefer the triangle, but I think I still have to play here. This will be vulnerable, but then if my opponent attacks here, I could block 2 meeples versus 1 or re-attack from this side. I hope you're following. But in case you're not, I'm a minute up on the clock. This also helps. We're just going to try not to get into a difficult position so that the clock still matters. What do we do here? What do we do here? What do we do here? Well, my opponent has really 2 moves. Like, okay, 3 moves actually. But I think if they go upstairs, they have to point upwards. If they point to the side, this could actually also work, I think. It's okay if they join the city, really, because all I care about is my monastery advantage. And if I get a second one, that would be amazing. And also, if they take this tile here and point sideways, they're pre-building a 4-point ring road, which I'll be happy to take myself. And if I get a curve, I take the ring road and I pre-build the monastery spot next to my monastery. And if you've been watching my videos, you remember that the best way to finish a monastery is with another monastery. Yep. It's a good move. It's a good move. I think the better one was adding more points to themselves, because here now actually I have reasonable equity of completing this city. It's no joke. It's possible. I mean, they should always. Actually, where should they turn their city? Okay, so they should always go here. I think they should turn right. I think that's correct. Well, what they should also do is that they should not time out. It looks like my opponent, unfortunately, does not have the best internet connection, which will give me a slight advantage, but I can live with it. 2 minutes up on the clock. It's not such a big problem if my city gets... Yeah, that's correct for sure. It's actually quite annoying. That's really annoying. So you never... Well, actually, do you ever play here? That's a very, very good question. No, I don't think you do. Because then my opponent can finish and then block me. Okay, let's just consider everything. This is not bad. This is not bad. I think I have to do something like this. Dilemma for my opponent. Turn upwards or turn downwards. Actually, maybe they should be taking this instead. But then I am threatening to complete a city, and I am taking a nice road. And they should be going here always. Because it's a big threat here. I don't think they can afford this. And they probably even have to... They don't have to, but they could meeple it. Oh, like that? Oh, okay. Because the thing that I could now start going more aggressive. I could go here. I could finish my city. I could go like this and pre-build a monastery. But I can do this with another tile. I could go here and try to attack my opponent. I think, do I just prefer this? I mean, this move is quite strong. Because if my opponent takes the city, then they get... Actually, this is really strong, I think. Let's just play conservatively anyway. Like, this is one of those rare cases. I'm not really sure which move is correct. Okay. Now, but now this is... I don't really know if I want to be doing this. Although it is quite powerful, right? If they get a city with a road, then they can't finish because they have to attack this. I think it's good to have this sort of threat. Yeah. I think it's alright. And they're forced to attack. And now we just take 2 points and then attack 2 vulnerable positions. Yeah, I think that's the play. Now, it is unfortunate that we get this situation over here because I haven't prepared the monastery spot fully. And it is possible that I'm going to get blocked there, but probably the correct way is still to go there. I could also go here actually and create an attacking platform against my opponent, and I think this could work reasonably well because that's already 6 points. Because this, my opponent has so many blocking tiles. Yeah, I think this is just slightly better. Exactly, and now I get to play against their city, which is pretty nice. I have very dangerous moves if I get a straight or a curve. Actually, straight is great just to put here and put pressure on these 2 guys. But, you know, nothing's clear in this game just yet. So first of all, I have to prevent my opponent from getting all these marvelous city points. And, you know, okay, you came to play, Now. How do we make it happen? Do we go here? Do we try and like connect? Do we just generously give our opponent stuff? Taking 2 points, but giving my opponent... taking 4 points, giving my opponent 2 points. Actually, I think this is not the worst move, really. Because then I want to be attacking this pot, but with something else. This is never correct. It's like, it's just way too vulnerable. Yeah, why not, actually? Because the thing that could happen is that my opponent could get this tile instead, and I think it's just not the best. I really hope he starts blocking me, but he doesn't. He plays correctly, which is a problem. But then I get a meeple back, preset monastery, which I could have done earlier, but no, it's fine, it's fine. We're good, we're good. Not a farmer just yet. Not a farmer just yet. And actually here they should probably complete my monastery and place on their own. Yeah, I just don't see any better moves. And then it will be an interesting situation, like what do I do with my further moves? Because my candidate moves are either connecting to this or actually starting something sinister over here. I could also... No, I just leave the spot alone. I think this is pretty good. Because now they sort of have the... Yeah, actually they have the incentive of like completing stuff here. And I don't think they will be super happy to do it. But again, if they don't... I don't know. Okay, so instead they go here, which is great. I think we don't finish our monastery here. I think we go here and also make this square super vulnerable. Yeah, it's better to connect to this city and then try to block this one. And then they want to do this, and then you see how it's important not to finish your monasteries, because the best way to finish your monastery is with another monastery, because it just gives you so many more points. And now comes... Ooh, risky. So now there's this threat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There aren't too many triangles. Which probably make life for my opponent slightly harder. No, which will make life for me slightly harder, but still, there's also a sufficient number of triple cities. I'm happy for this turn into a ruin. This is a pretty big threat. Also, I guess I could just attack their city, right? Or I could just build my own stuff. I could place it over here, try to complete. I could place it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's plenty of straight lines, I think. I think this is the play. And we do get fortunate, I think, to an extent. But yeah, this is just lights out. I don't think my opponent has a way back into this game at all. Okay, no farmer, sure. I think you just always drop a farmer here. Then I'm gonna drop a farmer instead. Then we don't need the meeples that badly. All I just want is I want to prevent my opponent from completing his city with a farmer. Even though it doesn't do much in terms of restriction, it should be all right. I guess the main thing now is just to not to do anything stupid. Just make sure that we don't have any features too big, that we block everything that there is to block. Now, if our opponent starts attacking the city, maybe we actually should take the extra effort to eliminate this square. Oh wait, actually this leaves one tile for my opponent only, right? Just one tile. One tile is not 0 though. I don't like that. I don't like that. Shall we just build our own stuff? I think I like building. Yeah, this is like, I mean, it's a great tile actually. Also quite fortunate because my opponent did, I think, the correct move, trying to finish. Then I get to block the monastery and bring my city super close to completion. Yeah, like how exactly do they win? We always meeple here. There's a large number of straight roads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's three straight lines. 3 of those. Yeah, we'll be fine. It's like the most secure way how you can win the game is just to score points. And also I think this one is a decent move because there aren't any triangles left with the crossroads, with the road. And then here there's still 3 of those left that fit here. So it's actually quite annoying. I'm quite fortunate into getting those right away. But there were still a large number of those and I could have defended against here. So yeah, I'm kind of keep drawing and drawing, which is of course fantastic for me. But I just wanted to be clear that it's also important to make slightly riskier moves if you wanna I guess this is the move, right? Leaving only one suitable tile. My opponent should try to take over the field. Actually, no, I think they should meeple this monastery like this, hope for 2 curves. They should really do a lot of hoping. They should do just really unimaginable amounts of hoping. Yeah, I don't think that's how... I mean, it's very difficult to recommend something like when your opponent's so far ahead. I'm not going to bother with the field just yet. I'm just going to let them take it. Now that's the play. Because there's still 1 tile left here, and yeah, that's good. That's good. It was this one actually is a good move. I got the tile, but now they gave themselves this equity. That's what matters. Opponent is saying GG. I'm gonna take a few points. Then we're gonna go here and secure our fields. Well, yeah, they do win that coin flip. Too little, too late. So what did win our game? I think monasteries were huge. Not only did I get 4 monasteries, 4 out of 6, which is actually only a slight imbalance, I managed to... How interesting, there are literally no connection tiles left over here, so this attack would actually have been completely in vain. Yeah, I guess we should connect here. Do we ever... I guess we just take the road. Yeah, let's go. Probably take a field as well. And another road. And also take some points from this guy away. But it's actually interesting how they had this coin flip and they found the 50-50 opportunity. So I think they did very well with the comeback. Of course, this city helped a lot. And I think it was quite difficult for them because they got tangled up over here. This move, when I took the 4 points, actually turned out to be quite alright because they were these 2 meeples together and I was constantly putting pressure on one another. And oh yeah, I was about to say that, of course, it was more fortunate with the monasteries. it was also important that in case you do get monasteries, you pre-build them. So the first monastery I got here, so that's what gave me the opening advantage. But when I took the second monastery, I placed it over here because this spot was not pre-built yet and this square was too vulnerable. Luckily, there was another monastery spot on board. But if you fail to pre-build your monasteries, then you can pre-build monastery spot for yourself. Then you can get lucky, but this luck won't do anything for you because you won't be able to place your monasteries. And I think the third point, when I was already so much ahead, I don't know, maybe I could have played a little bit better in securing this 100%, because had my opponent drawn the coin flip for this tile, anything could have happened. This ruin could have suddenly become completed. My opponent could take over the field. But well, I'm gonna take it. So we're gonna play in the finals in a bit. And we're back for the final duel of the World Championship practice tournament. I'm playing against the Spanish national champion with a screen name Bustaridis. Oh, I said Bustaridis, no, Oscaridis. His name is Oscar Bustamante, that's why I confused the two. Yeah. Alright, let's go. Let's hope that I get the starting player for once, but no. I get black, I don't know for how many games in a row. Alrighty. Now comes my favorite response. You actually meeple this road. Just for that little piece of tempo. Just to get these spare 2 points. Which are of course not guaranteed. Okay, so actually our opponent is normally playing very fast. Which we're going to try to treat with the way we treated these things normally. I think this is the play, yeah. I think you actually meeple the road here. Precisely because my opponent was not able to, you know, get this little piece of road. And now we just get this, which is completely fine for us. So they should never finish the city here. They actually should start a new one just for more organic development. Well, let's see if they do that. I think the best move is here. Okay, that's great that they don't play it. It's good for us. Now, how greedy do we want to be? This is slightly vulnerable, but then I want to be finishing with a more impactful tile. This is also actually quite decent. Yeah, I think I want to do this. Greedy, greedy, greedy. Greedy, greedy, greedy. We'll be able to join to this road later. Maybe it's not such a big deal. We'd just rather do something like this. Okay, okay. Now this move is a monastery for sure. This spot is alright, but then I will be giving him a piece of road. I think this spot is better because I connect this road like this. I can attack his road from here. I think this is better. Yeah, perfect. Now I could even do something like this. This could also work because it creates a blocking threat. This is not bad, but I think I should probably just start untangling now. Have this too many cities open. Okay, now comes a quite risky spot because this square is vulnerable, but it's not an excuse to not add your tile over here. So I think this is gonna be all right. Yep, yeah, and we're cool, that's it. How do we actually, do we do this ever? No, I don't think so, because then we're getting our 3 meeples trapped against 2 tiles, and we just don't have quite the equity here. We could drop a farmer, although I just don't think it's optimal. I think this is the play. Okay, that's great. That's clearly a mistake from our opponent because they're just pre-building a road. It's a shared city, and I'm just gonna take that road. I will finish this one later. They get a monastery spot. Now also a variety of options. We could finish this one here, but then this leaves this square vulnerable. I kind of like starting a new city. Because I do feel that I don't really finish this one at a high enough frequency. But then I could get this guy trapped a little bit, which is a problem. So I think I prefer untangling here first. I mean, my opponent can't complain about their tiles either, right? This works, this works. This is not good. This is good. Come on, how bad can it be? Yeah, that's okay, they can block me. I think this at some point would be a good move. I'd rather just untangle first. Although it would be quite tragic if they get him. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Oof. Well, okay. You just can't have everything. Now we untangled here, which is great. Okay, my opponent decided to help me, which is great. I mean, it does create this threat over here, but it just does not justify it enough. We could do something like this and pre-build another monastery. Actually, now that I think I rather like it than their sort of these connections. I don't think we do anything here just yet. Yeah, it's quite threatening. I think this is the move. It's already a bit too late to meeple stuff, so we just go here. Yeah, just in time our opponent manages to save the spot. I think now we meeple this monastery instead, and then we just hope to block everything that's here. Everything. Everything. Yeah, it's no problem that we're flipping for a very, very large... well, basically, like this flip, whoever gets the monastery wins the game, and it definitely, I think, benefits my opponent a little bit more than it benefits me. I would want to definitely trap this place, though. I can't go here. I have to do something like this, I think. Yeah, with no meeple. Yeah, okay, well that's good, that's good. So we get one meeple back at least. We could actually do just this instead, but then how many outs does our opponent... Actually, our opponent has like one out. I still think that it's not justified to do anything else, because we will have other blocking tiles. We will have other blocking tiles. Now, also this is good, I think. This is decent. This is best. This is decent. I do feel like this is best. Just completely block off that stuff. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what do? Could we do something like this? That would be quite annoying, would it? Because then our opponent would have one tile. No. Actually, how do they complete this? Well, I guess they get some sort of splitter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be really hard for them, I think. They would just have 2 tiles remaining. And, well, with this move, what we're doing, we're taking away just one tile. We're taking away this triple city with a road. But isn't that pretty good, though? Yeah, and I think here, I'm perfectly happy with this, because now this vulnerable spot, we can just start developing into a ruin. Our opponent is thinking of a splitter. I understand that, but then we also have equity here. By the way, we never connect over here. We just wait. We just very, very patiently wait. Well, you see, this stuff worked, so we took away that one tile that they could have had. Now a very good question. We could actually just drop an insurance farmer, which I start liking a lot. And the idea is that if they get the monastery, then we connect to the field. We're at +20 though. Do we ever need to do this? And this would close down their field, but it also would make it harder to connect to the field as well. I'm not really considering many other moves. And this would be sacrificing the last meeple, but I have to say I rather like it. Insurance is a concept that I'm a believer in. Well, I win the coin flip, which is great for me, but I'm still, it's almost would have been interesting had I not won this coin flip. Because now I just don't think my opponent can win no matter what happens. Oh, can they? Well, they do have this 9 points, then 8 points, 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 25, -4. Hey, they're only at -3. How did that happen? Well, I know how it did. Actually, they're not even at -3. Oh, check this out. Our opponent is at -1. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have just like more stuff. I have meeples now at +4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's not good. I think we just take this, drop a farmer, then let our opponent continue their city, which is cool. And now what's going to happen is I'm going to start counting tiles, which I should have done earlier, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's these. There's no more splitters. 1, 2, 3. No, I don't think we're just even going to bother blocking here. I think we're just going to finish our city, take away a bit of equity here, because there is still the city cap with a crossroads, which will now not fit in this place. We got a quadruple city, which is good for us. Then we're going to be trying to actually, we could just do this or this. No. Then we're just going to try and get like a triangle or something. See, I told you there was one remaining. Yeah, that's decent. Now we just need one of the triangles. Just one. Okay, do we do something like this ever? 37. It does leave them only one tile. I guess it has to be pretty good, no? And then drop a farmer for insurance. Because this can get blocked, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, drop a farmer for insurance. Am I definitely winning? Or not? 37. $27, because they have +10 for this monasteries. And 9. 16. 18 actually. $25. No, just yeah. I think this guarantees it. Then we just keep taking points. We both exchange with 7-point move, which I'm completely okay with. Then I think the only thing that's remaining is just a bunch of triangles. 1, 2, 3, and which means that if we were to start to block here, that's going to be quite just useless, actually. Because there is one of the triangle that he needs, unless I'm missing something wildly. There are two other triangles that I can use to eat up his meeple. What else? What else? What else? No, monasteries. What am I talking about? Actually, no, we have 5 minutes. Come on, let's play correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's one of those, maybe? It probably shouldn't influence our move too much. There's a 6-point field. You see it, you take it. I win the flip, which is always helpful. And also this city has no ways to connect. Yeah, I did get the better tiles also, probably at some point. But I did feel that my opponent just played too fast and in the opening, and I just got so much in the opening that it just didn't matter. Well, we're gonna add one more point to our ruin. Which was actually incorrect. Yeah, that was a little misstep. So now it didn't matter, but what I should have done instead is I should have prevented this scoring opportunity. You see, that's why, because I didn't think. I should have thought. Yeah. He's correct that the monastery with the road was like such a huge coin flip that it decided the game, but I'm not sure if it did. I was wondering, so I'm curious, kind of, that's why I put this insurance meeple, like, if my opponent takes it at the time when we had no meeples and gets 2 meeples back, then I get 15 points. Well, let's say I get, like, at that time 9 points more, right, for the field. But my opponent gets to spare meeple, and the question is, what could my opponent do with 2 spare meeples? So I'm not necessarily sure. I do think, like, when my opponent gets the monastery with the road, I still win there a decent percentage of the time because of this insurance move. And my opponent probably, even with the monastery, actually, with me getting the monastery, had some ways back into the game. So this was a nice idea, trying to complete his city. I think the sequencing was a bit off. So what they should have done is, first of all, blocked this square so that I don't get to finish my city myself. And only then put the divider here. And I think they had roads that they could have used to block me. I think I got a lot of road points, actually. That's quite a bit unusual. Let me see. 30 road points, which is like way higher than average, which I think is 18. And as a result of 30 road points, so like this 5-point road over here, this 5-point road over here, which I think my opponent pre-built for me, this 3-point road over here because of the starting move, it kind of all adds up. And if you've seen recently the video about the finals of the Japanese championships, also players there were actually trying to be quite efficient about how they build in their opening. So they were trying to score whenever you get a tile which has both a city and road component, they try to make sure that they use both the city and the road. Like, this helped a little bit, I think. Well, tough to say, tough to say. Let me know which moves you would have done differently. It's just, again, the game seemed to have whizzed by so fast that I wasn't able to analyze all of the moves. But I hope you learned something. Also nice that I took this down, the tournament, despite the 2 losses in the Swiss rounds. And like gained probably like 1 or 2 rating points. I don't remember with what we started with. Not that it matters, but it's just interesting show. So that we had 8 games, I won 6, lost 2, and then this breaks even with the rating. So at 700, you probably have to win like 75% of your games just to break even and stay at 700, let alone like 750 or 80. or 800. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Meeple the like button. That's important for the algorithm. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you soon.